If I were to ask you what is the time, you could probably give me an exact answer. If, however, I were to ask you what is time, we'd be likely to be opening a Pandora's box of vast complexities, contradictions, and considerations. Indeed, we each ask ourselves what is the time on an average of 80 occasions a day. And yet the question of time itself is a matter we rarely take pause to consider over the course of our entire lives. Circa Solar is a critical new design for time that enables us to explore the intrinsic nature of time. Observing the nature of time, through the definition of nature as observable and apparent phenomena of the physical world, opens a radical point of difference to the imaginary mean time that we currently organize ourselves under. Circa Solar is a tool that uses the affordances of technology to return to our ancient relationship to the sun, as our most formative and enduring measurement of time. This project has four bold aims that are enacted through one urgent and alternative new equation of time. The first aim is to collectively realign Homo sapiens with the fundamental nature of time, that is observable and apparent in the variations of day-night cycles and the changing seasons. This is coupled with an ambition to boost our individual understanding of circadian health, surfaced through the directly mirrored relationship between fluctuating day-night cycles and our body clocks, whilst recognizing and mitigating against the multiple toxic delusions embedded within systemic time. All compounded as an embodiment of a new philosophy of living in sustained radical coexistence with the 99.99% of non-human biomass that we share the unique status of living organisms with. This formula is proposed as a critical alternative to the existing equation of time, which sees every nation on Earth shoehorned into imaginary time zones, and homogenized under a fictitious sun. The term circa derives from Latin, meaning approximately, about, or around. As such, Circa Solar represents a more relaxed fluency of relative and localized time measurement, rather than the tyranny of absolute time that is imposed upon us, and that is propelling our short-termist thinking, the social addiction to ever-accelerating unsustainable growth, and the delusion of our anthropocentric dominion over time. It is no coincidence that we refer to telling the time, for time is a story that we each tell, and that we are each told. Yet despite the pace of technological innovation and cultural change, the current story of time has now remained in stasis since the mid-1700s. And so when returning to the question of what is time, we might begin to consider time as an ever-evolving story, a story that is urgently in need of its next chapter. By supporting Circa Solar at this critical moment in time, you might help to initiate the next steps in authoring this new chapter in time.